it comes to comic books, there's more than just the big names that make it in the movies.
And we're here to talk about some of those characters that you might not know about.
I'm actually just here to root for everybody black.
Well, that's a given.
You know who's had a really long journey in comics and media? Black Lightning.
This guy?
No, Black Lightning. Jefferson Pierce. Black Vulcan was on the Super Friends, but he was based on Black Lightning without being Black Lightning?
This sounds like a long story.
Let's keep it short then. Black Lightning couldn't be on the Super Friends due to some creator-publisher drama, but all these years later, Jefferson Pierce is kind of everywhere.
And not only is Black Lightning the star of his own comic right now, he also has his own primetime drama on the CW, along with his superpowered daughters, Thunder and Lightning.
Thunder, played beautifully by Nafessa Williams, was the first lesbian superhero on primetime television and the first black lesbian superhero in comics, period.
Thunder and Lightning have also popped up in DC's Superhero Girls cartoon.
Thunder, Lightning, let's take this big lady down.
And had their own short-lived miniseries on DC Nation, directed by Lionel Forstall.
DC Nation, gone too soon, but never forgotten.
Rest in power. But back to Papa Lightning. He's also one of the leading characters on the latest season of Young Justice Outsiders.
And I'm so excited about it because Young Justice ended in 2013 with Black Lightning taking Static as a mentee. But for its third season revival, the series brought back Static and Black Lightning and a few other choice favorites.
Rocket, Cyborg, Hardware, Steel, and Aqualad.
Ooh, hey now, Aquaman.
True, true.
So let's look at the future. What do you see for Black Lightning going from here?
Well, all he needs now is a movie.
Speaking of black characters with lightning abilities,
there's a lot of them.
Valiant Comics' Livewire. She's been around for a minute, but recently just got her own book last year written by Vita Ayala.
So let's catch the people up on who Livewire is first. She made her debut in the pages of Valiant Comics' Harbinger back in 1993.
She was an orphan adopted by Toyo Harada, the billionaire founder of the Harbinger Foundation, who raised and trained her. But Livewire doesn't really have electric powers, right?
She does to a degree. I mean, she can create a psionic link with any piece of technology she interacts with and control it. Plus, she has some mild energy-based powers. During the Harbinger Wars 2 run last year, she turned everything off. The internet, satellites, traffic lights, everything. And she basically held the planet hostage.
So that sounds like a supervillain.
I know, but she's not. It was all for a group of kids that had superpowers, but they were being hunted by the government. And Vita wrote her in a very real way with how she struggles with being a hero.
Livewire and Valiant aren't new to the game, but chances are you've never really strayed from the majors.
So find your way to Amazon.
Or your local comic book retailer and check out Livewire for yourself.
So you know how I'm a fan of indie comics, right?
Nah, Karma, not with your whole column indie comic spotlight on SYFY WIRE. No clue that you like independent comics, dude.
Okay, sarcastic. Then in the spirit of indie comics, I'm going to recommend an indie book I think people need to pick up right now. Like, run to the comic book shop right now good.
Well, when you put it like that.
Roye Okupe's Exo, The Legend of Wale Williams, which actually began its Kickstarter campaign. Wale is a wealthy young Nigerian boy who's estranged from his scientist father, who returns home from college when his father goes missing.
So what's his superpower?
Well, he's trained in combat, but the suit his father left him enhances his fighting skills and allows him to fly.
I'm getting some real Riri Williams, Ironheart vibes right now.
Yes, sort of, except this takes place in Nigeria, where, together with his friends and ex-girlfriend Fury, they solve the mystery of his father's disappearance and fight the country's biggest baddie.
So, real question though, who would agree to go into battle with their ex-girlfriend?
Well, when she's a badass with a code name Fury, who would want her on the team?
All right, this seems to be one of those rare gems of comics. We get to see a wealthy African character in a metropolitan setting in Nigeria. This is pretty cool.
The book is so popular, it's easily found in comic book shops nationwide.
And you know what? I think this actually could get scooped up for a series.
Oh, definitely. Streaming services, take note.
We'll even help you out with casting. So who do you want to see in the series?
I think Skyland Brooks could be great as Wale and DeWanda Wise for Fury.
Nah, you know what? I was thinking more like Jaden Smith as Wale.
That's bold.
Well, you know what? It's the best way to live.
Well, for Blerd History Month, it's the only way to live.